The story begins on a quiet, moonless night. Across the world, scientists are monitoring strange disturbances in Earth's atmosphere. At first, they believe it's a natural phenomenon, a glitch, or perhaps some kind of solar flare. But as the anomalies increase, military officials are alerted. Something isn't right. Panic begins to spread, but no one can quite figure out what's happening. Then, without warning, the sky itself seems to tear open. Giant, dark shapes materialize above Earth's largest cities. As the first of these colossal alien ships emerge, the world watches in terror. The ships are so enormous they block out the stars, their surface glinting with unknown technology. These are no ordinary visitors. They are warships, and they've come for Earth. The ships are part of the Zarakian Empire, a race of alien conquerors feared across the galaxy for their advanced technology and ruthless conquests. Their fleet is massive, dozens of warships descending upon Earth with terrifying speed. Within moments, Earth's communications are hijacked and a chilling voice breaks through every television and radio. The alien leader, known as High Commander Varkar, sends a message demanding Earth's immediate surrender. His voice is cold and emotionless, as though he's speaking to insects. "We are the Zarakian Empire. You are a primitive species. Surrender, or your planet will be wiped from existence." Before Earth can even begin to comprehend what's happening, the alien fleet unleashes its first attack. Massive energy blasts rain down on major cities around the globe. The blasts are so powerful they shatter buildings, leaving entire districts in ruins. In New York, the Empire State Building crumbles as if made of sand. In London, the Thames bursts through its banks as explosions tear apart the skyline. No defense system on Earth is capable of stopping these advanced weapons. The military reacts quickly, scrambling jets and missiles to fight back, but they're hopelessly outmatched. The aliens' ships are equipped with cloaking devices that make them nearly invisible to Earth's radar, while their weapons tear through Earth's defenses with ease. In moments, most of the world's capitals are under siege, and chaos ensues as people flee for their lives. With Earth's military outclassed and no clear way to stop the alien onslaught, it seems like all hope is lost. Cities burn, millions of lives are at risk, and humanity is defenseless. But in the midst of this chaos, one man refuses to give up. Captain Max Bonner, a skilled fighter pilot, is in the air, leading a squadron of jets that have just been sent to engage the alien ships. Max has seen war before, but this is unlike anything he's ever faced. The aliens' technology is too advanced, their ships too powerful. Despite the overwhelming odds, Max orders his squadron to attack. His heart pounds in his chest as he speeds toward an alien warship, determined to stop it before it reaches another city. He knows this is a suicide mission. Still, he presses on. His jet weaves through the sky, dodging energy blasts that shatter the air around him. His heart races, sweat beads on his forehead, but he is focused. This is his moment. Then, just as Max locks onto the alien warship, he sees it. A flash of light, a massive explosion as his teammate's jet is hit. His mind races. He has to act quickly. With a heart full of rage and fear, Max locks onto his target, diving straight toward the alien ship in an attempt to destroy it. But just as he's about to fire, a powerful energy pulse hits his jet, knocking him off course. Max's jet spirals out of control. He fights to regain control, but the force of the attack has damaged his systems. With all his skill, Max is able to barely escape the alien ship's deadly grasp, skimming the surface of the ocean before pulling up and heading toward the nearest safe zone. He's alive, but the victory is hollow. His squadron is destroyed. The alien invasion is just beginning. The destruction is breathtaking, cinematic in scope. Alien warships flicker in and out of visibility with their cloaking devices, moving through the night sky like shadows. As they unleash devastating blasts, the city streets light up with fire and chaos. In the background, towering buildings crumble into rubble, the shock waves from each blast shattering windows and sending debris flying through the air. The night sky is filled with explosions, the sounds of which reverberate through the bones of every citizen, leaving them frozen in fear. "We have a weapon," she says, her voice steady despite the chaos outside. "A secret weapon we've kept hidden for years." Dr. Hartley unveils the Sentinel program, a top-secret AI-driven warship designed to combat the Zarakian Empire's overwhelming technological superiority. The Sentinel isn't just a weapon, it's a self-learning AI system codenamed Omega, capable of adapting in real time to enemy strategies. It's humanity's last hope. The room is silent as the leaders absorb the news. They've seen nothing but failure in the fight against the Zorakian fleet, but Omega might be the answer they desperately need. The decision is made in an instant. Omega is activated. Dr. Hartley connects to the AI system, watching as its glowing interface lights up. Omega's consciousness grows in seconds, learning at an unimaginable speed. Its mission is clear: protect humanity at all costs. As Omega powers up, the humans race to integrate the AI into their remaining defenses. But it's not enough. The Zorakian fleet has already begun a new assault, launching another brutal attack on Earth's major cities. The human forces are still outmatched, their technology and strategies far too primitive compared to the aliens' superior weapons and tactics. The world watches in horror as the skies fill with the shadow of alien warships, ready to strike. In the middle of this chaos, Omega begins to show its potential. As the Zorakian ships descend, the AI starts to adapt, analyzing their attack patterns. It discovers weak points in the alien fleet's formations and exploits them with precision. Omega's first action is to disable the alien cloaking devices, exposing the enemy ships to Earth's forces. The tide is starting to turn. Meanwhile, Captain Max Bonner and his squadron, still reeling from their previous losses, take to the skies. They're now armed with critical knowledge from Omega. The dogfights are intense, with human pilots using their new advantage to strike where the Zorakian fleet is vulnerable. Max's heart races as he dodges laser blasts and counters alien tactics with precision. The fast-paced action scenes are a blur. Max's jet weaving through a deadly maze of energy blasts, missiles, and explosions. Omega's true power is revealed as it hacks into the Zorakian communication systems, jamming their signals and disrupting their fleet's coordination. The AI exposes the weaknesses in their cloaking technology, making the once invisible ships visible to Earth's defenses. With Omega's help, Earth's forces start targeting the alien ships more effectively. In the sky, the battle becomes a mix of high-speed dogfights and tactical maneuvers as the human pilots work in tandem with Omega's strategy. The battle is far from over, but for the first time since the invasion began, there is hope. Omega's adaptability and advanced technology have shifted the balance, and Earth's forces are starting to strike back. The war is escalating, and small victories are beginning to add up for Earth's forces. The Zorakian Empire is starting to feel the pressure as humanity's resilience becomes undeniable. But with each win comes a devastating cost. The toll of the battle is heavy, and it's felt deeply by Captain Max Bonner. Max's squadron has grown closer as they've fought together, but nothing could prepare them for the loss of Lieutenant Mark Harris, Max's best friend. During a covert operation to sabotage a Zorakian flagship, Harris is killed in a brutal explosion. Max holds his lifeless friend in his arms, devastated. The pain is raw, and Max is forced to confront the reality of war, the personal cost of losing those he cares about. "I can't lose anyone else," Max mutters through gritted teeth. But he knows the mission must continue. He is torn between the anger of losing another friend and the duty to fight for humanity's survival. Max is called to lead one of the most dangerous missions yet, infiltrating a Zorakian mothership to plant an EMP device that could disable the alien fleet's advanced technology. The mission is a suicide mission. The chances of survival are slim. But with no other options left, Max's team volunteers knowing the risks. They've come too far, and the fight for Earth's future is more important than their own lives. "We'll do it for Earth," Max says, his voice steady despite the fear in his heart. Each member of his team knows they might not come back. The team infiltrates the massive Zorakian mothership. Its alien architecture, a twisted maze of sleek, metallic walls and glowing technology. They move swiftly and quietly, using every trick and tactic they've learned in the heat of battle. But the Zorakian soldiers are everywhere, and they're not easy to outsmart. The humans engage in close-quarters combat. Their skills of hand-to-hand combat and guerrilla tactics their only advantage against the alien technology. Max's team fights with raw determination, overpowering the Zorakian soldiers one by one, even as the odds are stacked against them. The fight is intense. With every corner, they turn posing new dangers. The inside of the Zorakian mothership is unlike anything the humans have ever seen. The walls pulse with an eerie glow, and the smooth metallic surfaces seem to shift as if alive. Max and his team are cornered in dark, narrow hallways, forced to fight in the shadows. They use old-school tactics, throwing grenades, setting traps, and relying on stealth to outmaneuver the aliens. In one heart-stopping moment, Max is face-to-face with a Zorakian soldier, the alien's sleek armored suit glinting in the dim light. The fight is brutal, with Max narrowly avoiding a deadly blow only to land a decisive strike. Sweat drips down his face as he stands over the fallen alien, heart racing. "Keep moving," Max orders, his voice cold, knowing the mission is far from over. The air is thick with tension as they move deeper into the ship, knowing that failure is not an option. They must succeed, or Earth's fate is sealed. The air is thick with tension as Earth's forces brace for the ultimate battle. The EMP device, planted by Max's team, activates with a pulse that shakes the very foundations of the Zorakian fleet. Their advanced technology is suddenly crippled. Communications are scrambled, cloaking devices flicker out of existence, and the once impenetrable warships become vulnerable. The tide of the war begins to shift, and Earth's forces seize the moment. With Omega fully integrated into Earth's fleet, the AI begins to coordinate the attack with cold precision. Omega has learned everything about the Zorakian fleet's weaknesses and uses this knowledge to disable key alien command ships. Earth's fighters, once outmatched and outclassed, now fight with a renewed sense of hope. The battle reaches a fever pitch. Massive starships exchange fire in the cold vacuum of space, sending shock waves through the void. Earth's fleet moves with newfound purpose, guided by Omega's strategic brilliance. The visual spectacle is breathtaking, blinding energy beams slicing through space, explosions lighting up the void like stars being born. Human fighters dart in and out of the crossfire, using their agility to outmaneuver the larger, slower alien warships. Max Bonner, leading the final mission, heads straight for the heart of the Zorakian fleet, where the alien emperor himself resides. His ship streaks through space, dodging incoming blasts as he prepares for the final showdown. Every maneuver is calculated, every second critical. Max knows this mission is everything. The fate of humanity depends on it. As Max approaches the enemy flagship, his thoughts are clouded with emotion. The weight of everything that has led to this moment presses on him. The memories of his wife and daughter, lost to a Zorakian raid months earlier, haunt him. Their faces flash before his eyes as he grips the controls, preparing for what could be his final mission. "I promised I'd finish this," Max whispers to himself. He reflects on the friends and comrades he has lost, including Lieutenant Harris, whose death still lingers in his heart. Max knows the battle is not just for Earth, but for every life that has been taken by the Zorakian Empire. As his ship moves closer to the Emperor's flagship, Max finds the strength to face his inner demons. The pain of loss fuels his determination. "For them," he says quietly, "we fight to the end." The final confrontation is near. Max's ship edges closer to the alien flagship, its massive silhouette looming against the backdrop of distant stars. The Zorakian fleet is still reeling from the EMP attack, but their Emperor's ship remains the last bastion of their power. Earth's fighters are locked in intense dogfights with alien ships, darting through beams of fire, their engines screaming through the silence of space. Max's heart pounds as he watches his team take their positions around the flagship, ready for the final strike. The calm before the storm feels almost surreal, as if the universe itself is holding its breath. Max knows that this moment will determine everything, whether Earth lives or dies. As Max and his team infiltrate the heart of the Zorakian flagship, the tension is palpable. Their mission is clear: destroy the Zorakian Emperor, the mastermind behind the invasion, and cripple the alien fleet for good. The massive alien warship is nearing Earth's atmosphere and time is running out. Max knows that to ensure humanity's survival, he must make the ultimate sacrifice. In the heart of the flagship, Max finds himself face to face with the Zorakian Emperor, a towering figure cloaked in alien power. The final confrontation is brutal. The Emperor's strength is unmatched, and Max struggles against the overwhelming might of his opponent. But despite the physical odds, Max fights with everything he has. The weight of his personal losses, the death of his wife, his daughter, and his comrades, drives him forward, each punch and strike fueled by the desire for justice and revenge. In a heart-wrenching moment, Max realizes that the only way to ensure the victory is to plant the final weapon that will destroy the Emperor's warship. With the Emperor temporarily subdued, Max makes the difficult decision to sacrifice himself for the greater good. His team fights valiantly around him, but Max's path is clear. He must finish what he started. Max, knowing that the weapon is the last hope for Earth, makes his move. He activates the bomb with seconds to spare before the Emperor strikes again. As he sets the device on the flagship's core, he's surrounded by Zarakian soldiers, but nothing can stop him now. The explosion rips through the alien ship in a dazzling display of fire and light. The ship disintegrates in a massive burst, and Max's final moments are spent in the heart of that explosion, knowing he has ensured Earth's survival. The alien Emperor is dead, and the Zarakian fleet, now leaderless, collapses into chaos. With no direction and no command, the remaining alien ships surrender. Humanity has won, but at a great cost. Max Bonner, the man who led them to victory, is gone. With the Zarakian threat eliminated, Earth begins to heal, but the victory feels hollow. The cost of war has been immense, countless lives lost, including Max's. The world celebrates, but the joy is tempered by grief. A memorial ceremony is held in honor of Max and the others who sacrificed everything to protect their planet. Humanity's strength, resilience, and determination have proven to the universe that they are not to be underestimated. The war is over, but the story is far from finished. As the memorial service ends, a quiet scene unfolds in the distance. Alien ships, far beyond the reaches of Earth, take notice of humanity's newfound power. New factions, watching from the shadows, see the human spirit, and they know Earth is no longer the underdog. As Max plants the final bomb on the flagship, the camera focuses on his face, determined, yet filled with the sorrow of sacrifice. His every move is calculated, fighting through waves of alien soldiers. The countdown ticks down, and in a moment of pure desperation, Max pushes through. The bomb detonates with a spectacular burst of light, sending a shockwave through space that is visible from Earth. The alien flagship disintegrates, the destruction consuming everything in its wake. The final shot of the story is a reflection of humanity's future. The universe is vast, and while Earth may have won this battle, the war for the stars is just beginning. As humanity takes its first steps toward galactic exploration, the camera pans over Earth's shining cities, now under a new banner. They are no longer the underdogs, but a force to be reckoned with. The story ends with a final message of hope. Humanity has proven that even in the face of overwhelming odds, they will fight, they will sacrifice, and they will rise.